there are n number of processes in the system, and there are two unidirectional communication channels between each ordered process of pairs. Communication is assumed to be FIFO, that if someone comes in the queue first, and it will be served first, and then the next person who was in the queue, it will be served on the second go. So in this channel, in this communication, we assume that there are no failures. Okay. The scenario is record a global snapshot, state of each process and state of each channel. So we are aiming at not only all the processes but all the communication between these those processes. Okay. So we have to record these two states: the state of each process and state of each communication channel between those processes. Snapshot should not be interfering with the normal application actions. Okay, so this snapshot recording is independent of normal communication at the application level. It should not require application to stop sending messages. So again, it should not interfere with the application level communication. Each process is able to record its own state. Okay, so each process is responsible for recording its own state. Okay, application defined process state or heap, register, program counter, code, and etc. These are done by the each process. Okay, any process may initiate the snapshot. So any process like P1, P2, P3. Any of them can initiate the snapshot process. First, initiator PI record its own state. Okay. Initiator process creates a special message called marker message, not an application message. Does not interfere with the application. Again, the application messages does not interfere with this snapshot recording messages. For j is equal to 1 to n. So there are n number of processes in our system. PI sends out a marker message on outgoing channel CI. State recording the incoming messages on each of the incoming channels at PI. Further to this, whenever a process PI receives a marker message on an incoming channel CKI, if this is the first marker PI it is seeing, P records its state first. Okay. Marks the state of channel CK as an empty. Okay, first it need to record the start recording the state, and then it mark it as an empty message. Okay. For j is equal to I to n except I, PI sends out the marker message on outgoing channel CII. Start recording the incoming message on each of the incoming channels at PI. Further to this, this is like third slide of this algorithm to explain the working of it. The algorithm terminates when any of or one or more of the conditions are fulfilled. All processes have received a marker. Okay. To record their own state, all processes have received a marker on all n minus 1 incoming channels at each. To record the state of each channel. Okay. Then, if needed, a central server collects all the partial state P6 to obtain the full global snapshot. Okay, so in this algorithm we are assuming that there is a central node or a master node which collects the partial information of states of each processes, and from that it builds a global snapshot. Okay. This was the algorithm. Let's take an example. In this example, you can see there are three processes: P1, P2, and P3, and there are events A marked with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and J. Okay, so these are the steps or events, and the arrows indicate the messages from one process to another process. So first of all, anyone can initiate the snapshot process, and in this case P1 is the initiator. Record local state S1, sends out the markers, and turn on the recording on channel C21 and C31. Okay, so this is the initiator, which is P1, and it first record its local state and then send out the markers to P2 and P3, which are indicated by C21 and C31 over here, okay, with these arrows. And we said it will record its channel, and then the other two channels except P11. Okay. When this marker is received over here, upon this it record on its own state as S3, because this is process P3, such as it has recorded its own state as 1. Okay, so when the marker receives over here, it will record as 3 state and mark C13 state as empty. So empty means that it has marked this state and there is nothing recorded in this state. Okay. Turn on recording on other incoming C23. Okay, so C23 is over here. Sends out the markers, and again it follows the same process. Okay, because this algorithm will be followed on each of the processes individually, and each of the states are of the processes are recorded, and then there is a central or master node which will collect this partial data, and from that it will build snapshot. And then this message from here will be sent to the other two channels, other two processes, and it will check that yes, this is a duplicate marker, because you can see that C31 was already marked, and we are also receiving this marker again, so it mark it as duplicate. Okay, it emit this and mark this as an empty marker, as such it has done over here. First, again, this will be received over here, and then first marker it has received record on state as S2, and record. So this is over here. Okay, this arrow. So it will mark record on state S2 and mark C32 state as an empty. Okay. Turn on recording on C12 and send out the markers. Okay. Again, when it finds that C12 is duplicate, then it will mark this as an empty message over here on P3. Okay. Then again it will sends out the messages to this process P1 and P3, and again it will record the message from G to D. Okay, since
ٹائم ہو گیا
جی
رمضان ٹائم نیکسٹ
یار تو رمضان ٹائم چینج ہے. اچھا آگے آپ کی کون سی کلاس ہے؟
سر نومیریکل انالیسس کی سر.
ٹھیک ہے, تو کتنے بجے ہے؟
سر 11:15 11:15.
ٹھیک ہے, اوکے. چلیں, سوری فار دیٹ بیکاز آئی ڈیڈنٹ نیو اباؤٹ دس رمضان ٹائمنگ چینجز. اچھا, کوئی کویشچن ابھی تک جو میں نے ایکسپلین کیا ہے؟ اچھا چلیں ٹھیک ہے. اچھا مجھے یہ بتائیں کہ آپ لوگوں کے پروجیکٹس کیسے چل رہے ہیں؟ تو میرا خیال ابھی تو میں نے آپ لوگوں کو جو ہے کافی سفیشینٹ ٹائم بھی دیا ہے اور آئیڈیاز بھی دے دیے ہیں اور باقی سب بھی ٹھیک چل رہا ہوگا انشاءاللہ. تو اپنا خیال رکھیں رمضان کی وجہ سے بھی اور ویسے بھی. تو اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کا حامی ناصر ہو. تو پھر میں جو کل والی کلاس ہے, کل والی کلاس ہوتی ہے, اس کے بعد کوئی کلاس ہوتی نہیں ہے. تو میں کوشش کرتا ہوں کہ کیونکہ رمضان ہے تو بجائے 3 کلاسز لینے کے میں 2 کلاسز لے لیا کروں. ٹھیک ہے, تو منڈے والی شاید اسکپ کر دوں کیونکہ آپ لوگ اگر صبح تراویح پڑھی ہے پھر صبح بھی آپ نماز پڑھتے ہیں تو اس کے بعد پھر آپ کو تھوڑا ریسٹ شاید کرنا ہوتا ہے. تو صبح 9 بجے والی کلاس جو ہے وی کین کمبائن اٹ ود تھرسڈیز کلاس. اوکے, تو میں نے سی آر سے بات کی ہے, فردر وی ول فائنلائز دس سورٹ آف ارینجمنٹ. چلیں ٹھیک ہے جی, اپنا خیال رکھیں اور انشاءاللہ سی یو ٹمورو. اللہ حافظ.